What's up, guys? I'm just gonna talk about Cypress truck lines. I know there's some videos out there that kind of touches base about Cypress, but I'm just gonna give you my experience. So, the first thing you do is orientation. Obviously, that's I think it's 3 days online, like videos and stuff like that, and then the next 2 days are in person. So you show up, they talk to you about some stuff, the company and whatnot. And then they take you on this like brief road test around the block, and then you have to do like a simulated alley dock backing. It is split tandem trailers, so it's different backing. If you don't get it, and like, and it's not just like you have to get it on the first try. You can back up and go a few times. We had an experienced guy from Warner that I can't believe he passed, to be honest, but they let him through. If you're completely terrible at it, then they'll send you to their backing school. So you're at their backing school for like a week if you don't pass that evaluation. And they pay, I think, like $250 for that. So then after that, you go to load securement, or maybe you have a trainer that picks you up early. We had a few guys in my orientation class that got picked up early. They didn't have to do the week of load securement training. So you do this week of load securement training. They're going to cover tarps, straps, bungees. Cypress does do one strap more than what DOT requires, so getting used to doing all that fun stuff. After that, they put you with a trainer. You never know with your trainer. You could have an OTR guy, you could have a local guy, you could have just Southeast region guy. For me, I had an OTR guy, so I was gone, I think, 3 weeks, then came home for 1 weekend because I had family coming in. He was super cool. He's like, that's cool. And then I was back on the road for my 4th week. If I remember right, it's like I think it's 30 days of training total, if I'm not mistaken. So if you do 5 days in load securement, that means you're on the road for 25. So that's what I did personally. I did 5 days load securement on the road for 25 days with my trainer. I went to Texas, all the way out to Texas. From Florida, that's where I'm located, and that's where Cypress's home terminal is at. I went out to Texas, all the states in between here and there, and then back out. We kind of did a huge loop, so we shot out to Texas my first day with him. We started heading there, and then we came back around up through like Tennessee, northern Alabama, went over to North South Carolina. Training depends on your trainer. Some trainers they like being home, some don't. My trainer didn't like being home, so I stayed out on the road. Training pay sucks. It's like, I think the first week was like $300 or something, and it barely goes up. And I did recaps for my trainer, so we did 14 days in a row. And if you do that, technically you're working 4 days free. So the training pay is just absolutely horrible at Cypress. That's probably the worst thing about training. And after your training's finished and all that good stuff, or let me go back. So if you have a local guy as your trainer, what they will do is they'll get you with a regional guy. So let's say they pick you or put you with a local guy. So maybe you'll do 2 weeks with him, and then you'll go out on the road for 2 weeks because they don't want you to just stay in Florida. So then after that, you come back, you're done with training. Then you have a week of evals. So again, it's like safety videos, stay off your phone, distracted driving, all that good stuff. After that, they get you your truck. I think it's like the Thursday that week, and then Friday you go pick up a load. I was just picked up a load at National Gypsum, which is right by the home terminal there in Jacksonville. Some guys in my orientation were closer to Tampa Bay, so they went out to Tampa Bay to get their trucks because Cypress has a terminal out there too, and that's where their own truck driving school was. So yeah, you get your truck, get your fuel card and all that good stuff, and then you make your way out to be ready for that Monday delivery, that Monday morning delivery most likely. Cypress was decent with, I shouldn't say decent, I had a really good dispatcher for my guy. I ended up being a Florida only guy, even though I was signed up for the Southeast region because of the Hurricane Milton. So my miles weren't very good. If I'm being honest, I wasn't making any money. I think my biggest check there was like $780. So it's, and it's 52 cents a mile loaded or empty, either way. And Cypress is going to pay you $30 to live load if you have to, you show up and it's not tarped. You got to do all that fun, amazing stuff that's not fun. So my miles weren't that good, so I didn't make much money. A lot of guys start out there, don't make much money. My buddy was making just a little bit more than me. I think he'd bring home like $800 after taxes or something like that. So one thing I kind of talked to him about is I think these dispatchers there, they kind of think, oh, they want to be home, they don't want to be run that hard or whatever. So it's one of those things where you got to speak up about it if you plan on staying there. So I didn't stay there. I ended up getting a local job for beer delivery for SR Parat. Probably going to be more money, and I'm going to be home. Cypress does guarantee you home every weekend, so that's kind of good, for a starter company. I view Cypress as a starter company, and some other guys I've talked to kind of view it that way too. So there's kind of like a general outline of what it's like at Cypress. They do offer OTR. My buddy went there and complained to him, got OTR. Right now he's still working for Cypress. Shout out Eddie. And they gave it to him. So if you go in there and tell your dispatchers like, hey, what is going on, then maybe you'll get some more miles if you're a good driver, you're on time and all that good stuff. So it kind of is what you make it. What I discussed with my buddy is if you're a trainer at Cypress, you're an OTR guy, you're a trainer, that's where you're going to make all your money at, because trainers at Cypress get $300 additional a week on top of their miles. So my trainer showed me his pay stubs are like $2,000 a week. So, do the math. It's a lot of money. Outside of that, it's tough. It's tough to make some money. It all depends on your dispatcher. My dispatcher, he was good. I got along with him, great guy. But I think me being in Florida only, I never got my Florida only clock. So then that limited me, from getting deliveries. I couldn't get a delivery done in a day after dropping off and all that good stuff. Overall, it's a pretty good company. They give you your own truck. You can smoke in your truck if you want. I don't think they have a pet policy. You're not supposed to have pets there. Flatbed work it's work, but I tell guys, you're going to work it might take you a couple hours when you're new if you have to live load to secure a load. Maybe it'd take you an hour and a half. But I was getting to the point where I was securing loads. They were already tarped and everything, and maybe there was a few straps on it already for us. I was getting to the point where I was just boom, boom, boom. It'd take me 30 minutes and I'm on the road. So flatbed work, at least for Cypress, I don't know how other companies are, but at least Cypress, it wasn't too bad there. So I can't really complain too much because it gave me an opportunity to get some experience at a truck driving school that then, other companies, even I only worked for Cypress for 4 months. Even after that 4 months, I started getting opportunities and seeing, that companies, they don't want to hire you straight out of truck driving school. So even just like 4 or 5 months, maybe you can get something like I did, a cool gig, delivering beer. But that's kind of my rundown on Cypress. Yeah, any other questions or anything, might be able to answer in the comments. Thanks for watching.